Hey everyone, welcome to part 2 of Cheapies That Suck. Before I get into my list, super quick disclaimer, not all of these fragrances actually suck. They are just bad in my opinion for various reasons that I will explain. And this is the women's edition. Part 1 was men's, part 2 is women's. And I don't have too many here because honestly, I don't have that many bad fragrances. But anyway, I do have a few duds. Let's just get right into it. So the first one is Diesel 0 Plus Feminine. Guys, don't get upset if you guys like any of these. I will explain why I don't like them and why I don't think they're safe blind buys, even for a cheap price. First, look at the packaging. I actually totally fell for this packaging. I think it's really cute and it just looked like like a little aerosol container. It just looks super cute. In hindsight, it looks like a hair product and it smells like a hair product. This fragrance has literally a bajillion notes. I don't like a cheap looking sprayer. This one, in my opinion, is quite a cheap looking sprayer. And if the fragrance inside was good, I would give it a pass. It's funny. The first time that I actually smelled this, like when I got it in the mail and I purchased this on fragrancebuy.ca because it was like $18 and I think I had to get like $100 to get free shipping, or I had to get 5 items to get free shipping. I don't remember. But I was like, I'll throw it in as a cheapie. How bad can it be? Like, I laughed as soon as I sprayed it because I'm like, this literally just smells like hairspray. You might as well just spray hairspray all over yourself and it will smell like this with a little cinnamon kick. This is, of all the notes that are in here, that bajillion notes, I pick up a little bit of cinnamon. And like a bunch of like random, obscure florals. There's probably vanilla in here. I don't even know. Honestly, just a complete mess. A complete synthetic hairspray-like, I guess I would say, mess. This cinnamon isn't bad. I actually like cinnamon. Whatever that smells like cinnamon here is pretty good. But all in all, even for $18, get yourself a $4 bottle of hairspray and use that instead. It will smell the same. I mean, like, unless you're really going for that hairspray thing and you want a fragrance that'll last a little bit longer than the smell of hairspray on its own, I don't see anybody really wanting to do that, but pretty much straight up hairspray, really. The next fragrance is Agent Provocateur Blue Silk. And in fact, a lot of fragrances from Agent Provocateur actually are not very good. I did smell a few of them in the store at Rexall. They have them. I didn't know we have them in Canada, and then lo and behold, I went to Rexall and they had them, and I bought Blue Silk because I remember that it had a note of juniper in there and cinnamon, and it intrigued me. I wanted something with juniper. I really like how juniper on its own smells, so I bought it. And like, really, it smelled very like vintagey and antique-y, but also kind of like nail polish. Like, really just kind of smelled a lot like nail polish, very, very synthetic. And so that one I went ahead and returned back to the store because I wore it once and I actually, after about an hour and a half, couldn't take it anymore and had to scrub it off because it didn't transform, it didn't change into anything. It just remained a very strange, synthetic, vintagey smelling mess. And I know that fragrances from Agent Provocateur do tend to smell a little bit on the vintagey side. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but it really didn't smell very good, so I don't recommend that one. The one that I did like was in the pink bottle. Let me look it up really quick. Okay, the one I like is called Fatale Pink. That one smells like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. To me, it smells a lot like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, and it was $20. I got it also at Rexall, and it came with like a cream and a body wash. So that one for $20, totally worth it. Blue Silk, absolutely, definitely 100% not worth it. Moving on, I have La Rive in Love. Can you guys guess what this is meant to be a dupe of? J'adore. This is supposed to be a dupe of J'adore. And at first spray, it smells really nice. Even out of the cap, it smells really nice. Smells really juicy and fruity. And at first spray, it's actually like just a really nice, like fruity floral. Seems very likable at first. But what happens is it actually, after the first spray, after the first few minutes, it does like start to transform into just not a very nice smell. Like it just starts to smell kind of like a bathroom freshener. Like really just smells like something like out of a Febreze can that you'd spray in your bathroom, and it doesn't smell like a fragrance that you'd want to have on your body. I guess it's maybe like there's a melon note in here. Maybe there's something with a melon note that when it goes a bit synthetic, it has that sort of vibe. Well, right now it smells kind of nice still on the paper, but it doesn't do well in its transformation. And honestly, like, I don't even like J'adore that much, so I don't know why I got this dupe. I guess because it was like 18, again, like under $20, so I thought I would give it a try. I saw another YouTuber talking about this brand and like I got intrigued. So there's, I guess, another like YouTube's made me buy it sort of thing. I mentioned in that previous video that I would do a YouTube made me buy it video. Let me know if you guys want to see that, because there are a few and there's good and bad. But this is like a, I'm not in love with In Love. Okay, the next one is still in the box, and this is from a brand called Flavia. It looks very fancy in the box. I keep it in the box because I don't wear it and I want to keep it in the dark, so I just keep it in a dark closet in a box. This actually cost me $11 and the bottle's really nice. The cap is actually magnetic, super fancy, but like smelling it out of here already, I'm getting that overpowering alcohol. I sprayed it on myself a couple times and I didn't like it. I used it as a purse spray. I made up this idea, I think, having a purse spray just to freshen up your purse. Anyway, that's what I did with that a couple times, and I put it back in the closet. It has some potential. There's some nice juicy citruses, some florals, some, it's again very obscure, quite generic, but there is an overpowering alcohol that doesn't go away. So it always has that alcohol sharpness, and that is the problem with this one. So yeah, I got this one on fragrancebuy.ca. I don't know if they were clearing it out, if it was old stock or what, or if it's just normally really cheap. I haven't even seen this on Fragrantica, but it was $11 for the 100 ml bottle. Looked really nice, so I grabbed it, but honestly, like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this. It's pretty useless. Next is Michel Germain Sexual Noir. This one is, again, super generic, and I got it for free with an order on fragrancebuy.ca. I know they do this sometimes where they'll have sales and they will throw in free fragrances for you, but you better believe that if they're giving you a free fragrance, it's not gonna be a good one. You'd imagine something like this from like Victoria's Secret, or I don't know, probably even Victoria's Secret fragrances are better than this. They're sweet, candy-esque, probably along the lines of something like Pink Sugar or Fantasy, you know? This is a fragrance that I see probably like a 15-year-old wearing. It's very candy-esque, like strawberry, fruity strawberry, sugar. I wouldn't wear this, is what I'm trying to say. Sticking to this brand, I don't know. Tell me guys, are there other fragrances from this brand that are good? Because so far, the few that I've tried haven't been very good, and like they're just nothing special. The other one that I also got for free with a purchase was Sexual Sugar. It's sugar. This brand, like, I just don't think that anything is really that good. I did have a body wash that I liked, and it was called, I think it was called Paris Tender. That one smelled really nice, and I just used it as it was a body wash, but I just used it as a bubble bath, and it smelled actually really, really nice. It wasn't too sweet, but pretty much everything else that I've smelled from this brand really just kind of smelled generic and super sweet. So I don't recommend it. The next one is Moschino Cheap and Chic. 20 bucks at Shoppers. It gets me every time. So the bottle's super cute. It matches my outfit. I really like this little cartoony style bottle, but it really doesn't smell like anything to me. Powdery kind of maybe a little bit of citrus in there. Again, smells kind of like a hair product. It's got that like aerosol can type of scent. You know, the scents that come out of an aerosol can, they have a very specific synthetic smell. I smell it in here. Other than that, it smells quite obscure, very light, like I can hardly smell it. And honestly, on the skin, it disappears very quickly. So, I mean, yeah, this 30 mil was $20 at Shoppers Drug Mart. I don't think it's really even worth that. I think you can get a lot better fragrances for even $10 more. Like, honestly, for $10 more, you can get a nice Guerlain fragrance. I always say this, like, there's no point. There's really no point of going for like cheapies you don't know. I've learned my lesson. I've stopped buying random cheapies like that unless I actually like know them. Or if it's one that's like going discontinued. Sometimes Shoppers has, you know, gems, like that time that they had Girl of Now Forever for $20. That was a good one. But most of the time, the stuff on that $19 rack or whatever your local shop is that has discount fragrances, I'm willing to bet you that most of the time the stuff that's normally on there isn't anything special. And our very last one, since you guys have made it to the end of the video, I know this is a sensitive topic for some of you guys because you think this is a great one somehow, but this is actually really terrible, I'm telling you. Fancy Nights from Jessica Simpson is the worst fragrance I have ever smelled. I talked about it before. It smells really, really bad. It just actually is the worst thing I've ever smelled in my life. So don't buy it. And yeah, I've mentioned this in previous videos. I'm not going to get into a lot of detail about it because I feel like I've already rambled enough about how bad I think it is. It's the worst fragrance. That's it. I got this one for I think $10 or $11 for the 100 ml. I thought it'd be interesting. It is interesting, but not in a good way, and I don't know if it's just the way that the fragrance matures. I heard it doesn't age well, so it could possibly be. It doesn't smell like it's gone off. I know the smell that a fragrance has when it smells like it's gone off. This is not that, but who knows? Maybe the notes that are in there change over time and it doesn't smell very good. People say that this smells like Prada Amber. If I got a brand new bottle and compared it to Prada Amber, who knows, maybe. But the way as it stands right now, it hasn't gone off and it doesn't smell like Prada Amber. So this leads me to believe that this fragrance doesn't age well. So if at least for that reason, don't buy that, because who knows how long it's gonna smell good for before it goes rogue. That's it. That's all of my cheapies that suck for women. Please comment down below and let me know which cheapies you guys think suck. I initially thought this would be a redundant video because, you know, it's assumable that cheap fragrances suck, but then I figured no, that's not actually true because there are a lot of cheap fragrances that are really good, and I've talked about cheapies that smell expensive. There's a lot of them. Honestly, I have more good cheapies than bad ones, so I thought it could be a valuable video. I hope you guys found it helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.